I'm Mary, librarian turned book reviewer with a focus on stories written for children, tweens, and young adults. Today I'm going to talk to you about a new book called Alone. And this is the story of a girl who, in Colorado, makes a decision one night that separates her from her family, and she doesn't understand exactly how far reaching that separation is going to be. She wakes up in the morning to find that everyone is gone and she's been left behind. So it's up to her to figure out how to survive in this world where she doesn't know where anyone is, how to contact anyone, or if she's ever going to see them again. There are a lot of themes in this book that are very pertinent today, especially with the COVID pandemic going on and people feeling really isolated and not really understanding exactly what's happening or when it's all going to end. So, for those of you who are still in that, this is a book that's going to really pull at those heartstrings. What's really fascinating about this story is that it's written in verse. So instead of being written in a normal or familiar novel style, then this is a different way of presenting the information, and it feels just as sparse as the story itself is. So when you feel the story of Maddie in this book and her isolation and her fear and her separation, you feel that in the text itself because it really is so sparse in addition to her feelings. But despite there not being a lot of text, it is rich with feeling and emotion, visuals, and you get really involved in the story with Maddie. I myself couldn't put it down. So it's really nice for readers who are middle graders who might not be as confident reading a full novel because of the amount of text, because this makes it really accessible. There's plenty of white space for lots of rest for eyes as they're reading, but it still has a really profound message, even if there isn't a huge amount of text to go with it. So if you're looking for a good middle grade read that's in verse that really pertains to what's going on in the world right now, I recommend you check out Alone. So if this sounds like a great fit for you, make sure you look for it at your favorite bookstore.